So I just saw Becky, the movie where Kevin James plays a neo-Nazi. And personally, Kevin James has always been kind of a guilty pleasure actor for me. I personally really love the Paul Blart movies. I don't know, there's just something really charming and kind of likable about him as a lead actor that I find his films, even though they're definitely not the best of quality, to kind of be like feel good, like just guilty pleasures. And so when I heard he was going to take on a more dramatic role, and especially as a neo-Nazi in Becky, I was like, I gotta watch this just for that. And honestly, I went in with little to no expectations with it. I mainly just wanted to see it for the Kevin James performance. But honestly, I loved this film. This film was great. It completely blew my expectations out of the water. The film basically is about a 13-year-old girl. Her mom dies and her dad takes her to a lake house, but he invites what could be the new stepmom and her son along with them. And within like 10 minutes, Kevin James shows up and starts wreaking havoc with his croonies. And it's incredibly fun and enjoyable. I want to say right now, Kevin James gives a really solid performance. And this could be arguably what Uncut Gems was for Adam Sandler, Becky is for Kevin James. This film isn't nearly as good on a filmmaking technical aspect as Uncut Gems was, but I would probably almost rate them the same rating. Kevin James gives a really good performance here. I really do feel like he kind of brought a presence and was honestly kind of terrifying in this film. He definitely felt like when he was around, it was kind of dangerous on screen, because the film really does do things that you wouldn't expect it to do, which makes him feel even more unpredictable. But I gotta give credit here to Lulu Wilson as Becky, because her performance was furious. It was great, especially for someone who is only like 15 years old at the time of recording this review. She gives a stellar and phenomenal performance, probably one of the best I've ever seen from like a child actor. And this film, the way the story progresses, it goes there, man. It goes so far with no sense of caution. It just goes all the way, full force, and because of that, it's incredibly awesome. I really didn't go into this expecting to get a really great B-grade thriller that I got, and I'm really happy I did, because this movie is incredibly rewatchable. I could see myself rewatching this film very often because it is just a really fun, violent thriller with two great lead performances. Now, there are some things that kind of bothered me with the film. The whole like reveal of her mom dying off is very cliched, very overdone, and could have been just summed up in like 5 seconds. We didn't need like a 2.5 minute scene of it. But that's it. Like, I have nothing else to complain about. Everything else, it's really fun. The kills are really, really fun. It's kind of like a more demented Home Alone in a way. And it's just a blast to watch from front to finish. Personally, I didn't go into Becky thinking it would be my number one so far of 2020. 2020 has been a weird year for film in general because of everything happening. But I honestly think Becky is my number one of the year. This film was a ton of fun and really, really, really good. Highly recommend checking out Becky. I didn't think I'd be saying that, but I am.